Catherine is next in Tennessee. Hi, Catherine. How do you do?
Hey, Dave and Dr. D. I'm a mid-30-year-old nurse practitioner trying to navigate the online dating world in the midst of a pandemic. What advice would you give me if the person I'm dating has a career that just doesn't sit well with me? Some examples are like whole life insurance agents or mortgage life insurance agents, timeshare agents, debt collectors, telemarketers, or those who practice left-handed puppetry.
I thought you were going to say drug dealer or dancer or something, man.
Male dancer.
They might as well be.
But no, whole life agent's right up there. No, that's
yeah, I'd rather have well, Mom, he sells cocaine, but he doesn't sell whole life insurance. Bring him over. Bring him over.
But they're so nice, though. They're good people.
But they're so nice. Hey, this is how it starts, Catherine. I'm just kidding. That's how it starts.
Okay, I have a pen.
All right.
So I think the first thing that you did that's really wise is to call two completely out of touch old married guys to help you navigate online dating. That was a huge well done there. That's big time. The second thing is I would tell you in all seriousness is this just it sounds funny and kind of get out to left field a little bit, but it just goes back to values. What are your values? And write them down and hold fast to them and yeah, don't budge on them. If you're not going to buy whole life insurance and you don't do whole life insurance and you think people who peddling that are preying on people, you're going to have a hard time being in a relationship with somebody. You've got to respect who they are and what they do. I married a teacher, and I was able to honor her every day. And so that's my take on it.
If I agree with John. I'm not sure we have the answer, but the I don't know that on first blush anything you named there would be a complete deal killer. By that I mean maybe they're about to leave that career, or maybe they've got plans to do it for a little while longer, or maybe they hate every day and they're looking for, in other words, maybe it is not an indicator of their character. But if you get in there and you associate those things with scummy people and you determine, yeah, this is a scummy person, obviously you would walk away real quickly. But I'm not sure that it just says, okay, they're based on their career, I'm not going to check the box on online dating. I would just X that one out. No matter what, all people that do X or Y or Z, I'm not going to talk to any of them. I would talk to them, and but after a couple dates, if you become convinced that really they are schmarmy, then obviously you're going to walk away. But you might find a real story in there of somebody who's in the middle of some kind of journey or transformation that you wouldn't mind going on the ride with if all the other things lined up.
Okay. It's the guilt that gets me. If it sits, so I shouldn't feel guilty if I feel like it's not right.
No,
your values are your values.
No, okay. I mean, let's just why would you feel guilty if you didn't want to date a cocaine dealer? You wouldn't feel guilty, right?
That's true.
That's an extreme example that you're still making the decision based on values.
Right.
But it's an extreme example that allows us to laugh, but it illustrates that I used a value-based decision. Someone who doesn't mind cocaine and who does a lot of cocaine might think it'd be cool to date a cocaine dealer.
That'd be great.
Got my supplier, But but you know what I'm saying. So the thing is, it's your value system, and we use our values to make decisions every day, whether we even are conscious that we have values. You still make decisions on that all the time. You make decisions on how you're going to treat someone. You make decisions on the type of things you're going to buy or do. All of it ends up being those kinds of things. So, yeah, I mean, I think you're wise to do that. No, I would far from feeling guilty. What I wouldn't do is just say 100% of the people that currently work at this moment in the whole life industry, 100% of the people that work currently in the debt collector business are disqualified. You can say you got one big strike against you, Bubba. You might even have two strikes coming out of the gate, and you only got one more.
Right.
And so if you get into the conversation the first day, you go, yep, I thought so. You're out of here.
But something you said is so wise is I'd rather see somebody's default settings set to, let's talk to somebody. Let's engage with humanity.
Yeah.
I think going with preconceived notions just burns holes through people a lot. So have your values and hold them tightly.
It's a little bit like deciding I'm never going to work with someone based on one tweet.
Yeah.
You know, how asinine.
It's just silly.
You have no concept of what you're talking about. You have no window into their life. It's too thin.
Right.
It's too thin, which makes you narrow.
Right. I always when somebody's a telemarketer calls me, I always want to exhale a little bit with the frustration that somebody just called me in the middle of a meeting and I thought there was an emergency. But then the second thing is this person's probably doing the best they can to get a job and trying to make ends meet for their family. And I want to honor them as a person.
I'll make an exception for them.
Nah, I want to honor them as a person.
You are too kind.
I want to high five them, and then I'm going to hang up the phone with dignity and with kindness. So yeah,
I'm just going to hang up the phone. But